What's up guys, Doomsday here. Today we're back again, and in this video we're going to be playing some Xin Zhao in the jungle. So Xin Zhao is still a very strong pick, and he's one of my favorites to play into Kha'Zix actually. And the reason for that is just because you have pretty decent crowd control with Xin Zhao. You can knock him up and stuff. Plus, even if Kha'Zix gets his isolation damage off on you, you still have very good 1v1 potential, and you could probably still outdamage him. So overall, huge fan of Xin Zhao, but I've been playing him a lot lately. But to start off, we're going to be clearing our golems. And for the first rotation on Xin Zhao, you could do a couple things. Like, you can clear only the red side jungle and then just go into scuttle, gank, or whatever. Or you could just clear the entire jungle. And kind of what I do now is, with the changes and everything, how you clear 3 camps, like, before you can do scuttle and stuff. Like, and then you have some leftover time before you get to scuttle. I kind of look at the lanes and use that to decide what I want to do. So if I see a gankable lane early on like this side of the map, I'm just going to go for these 3 camps and then look for a gank and scuttle. But if nothing looks gankable at all, I'm just going to keep on power farming until I get to level 5 and then look for an even better gank once I get my ultimate up. But looking at these lanes right now, I see this Jax Malphite kind of playing it safe, both of them kind of full health, not really gankable, especially a Jax is pretty hard to gank. And look at this mid lane over here, this Vex just sitting underneath turret, so not gankable either. So I'm just going to end up clearing the red side camps and then going over to blue side and then clearing that to get level 5 and then maybe looking for a gank onto the duo lane. So that's the plan right now, and I'm trying to keep an eye out to see if I can find Kha'Zix anywhere on the map. And so far he has not shown up, so don't know what his rotation is. And there he shows up in the bot side, and I see he has both buffs on him. So what that probably means is he just did his red buff and then like one more camp and then came and did blue, and now he's looking for the scuttle over here. So I know kind of what his rotation is, so I know I can get this camp and then go for scuttle and it'll still be there. And he's getting bot side scuttle right now, but that also tells me that he's not going to be on this side of the map for a counter gank or anything. So once I get this camp, I might go up and look for a gank over here because they're pretty far overextended. I'm waiting for my support to get back, and now making a move onto them over here. They clearly don't have a ward in here because Ezreal just messed up the ward. Ezreal kind of screwed him over with that ward, but able to pick up the Lux there. Trying to track down this Ezreal. Oh, let's see, able to get 1 second ability, and I'm able to take him down, but unfortunately, I go down with the Ezreal, and we trade for that. Maybe a bit overkill, but I really wanted that kill. Because getting gold on me, very nice. But now everybody's resetting. Camps are about to start to spawn, and now the question is, where do I go onto the map? So I can either go back to this Gromp and Scuttle, which I didn't take yet, or I can go towards my Golems, which are about to respawn in a second. As we just saw, they just respawned. And there's a very specific reason why I chose to go on this side of the map, and it's because, for one, again, this Jack's ungankable underneath turret, and 2, there are camps on both sides, so it doesn't really matter which side I pick. I'm picking which side I think I have the best gank angle from. And the reason why I go specifically back on the side is because guess what the enemy laners just burned when I went for a gank like 2 minutes, or like a minute ago. They burned all their summoners and everything. So I know they have no flash, they don't have barrier, ignite, whatever, most likely, so I'm looking for a gank again. And I know, again, they don't have flash, so I know this Lux has no mobility, no dashes or anything to get him out, so able to pick him up, and now not able to get this Ezreal. But something that I do want to point out over here, and that you should be cautious of, because what some people might try and do is look for a dive onto this Ezreal, and sure, that's alright if you want to look for that, but something that you always have to keep in mind whenever going for a dive like that is you want to look for 2 people. You want to look for the enemy mid. We see the enemy mid over here, so he's of course not going to rotate. But if it's a Twist of Fate or something, Pantheon, gotta watch out for those global ults. And the second thing to look at, and the thing that I'm more focused on, is the enemy jungle. We kind of have an idea of where the enemy jungle is, but if you don't have vision of him, this would kind of be a risky dive. Because I've been showing myself in this lane for a good minute, so he's going to kind of know I might be looking for that dive and start to rotate and counter gank. But I pretty much know for sure he's going towards his red buff, and the reason for that is because his jungle clear is very similar to mine. If you remember what I said earlier, he started with his red buff, he cleared probably another camp, and then he went to his blue buff, and then went for the gank down here. So I know that about when my red side respawns, his red side is also respawning. So I know his red side's respawning right now, and because he hasn't gone for a gank or anything, he's just like clearing his camps as fast as he can, so he's probably clearing that red buff right now. So that's definitely something that you should keep in mind, is you could use your own camps to track when the enemy jungle camps respawn. So I know he might be clearing his red or something over here, so I'm keeping an eye out for him. He shows up over here, and we see he actually has the red buff on him, so he just took his own red. And now I'm looking to see if I can get this Vex, but don't think I'll be able to catch up to him. Don't have flash or anything to engage either, so gotta go and clear my red side now. And yep, gonna be grabbing these camps and then looking for another good gank. And I'm pretty sure Kha'Zix is probably gonna head over to his blue buff soon because he probably just cleared red side. Meaning if he's clearing red side over here, his two options are going for a gank on that top lane or the mid lane. And if he doesn't do either of those, then he's just gonna go to his blue buff, as we see. So he's going to his blue buff right now, and me and the Malphite are kind of looking. I'm actually a duo with this Malphite, so we're looking to see if we can maybe catch this Jax out. I wasn't too sure where the Jax is going, probably to help clear the scuttle or grab berries or something, but I see the Jax over here, and me and the Malphite accidentally have a bit of miscommunication. I accidentally go in, Malphite dips out, and now I'm a little bit low. Seeing if we can maybe... I start to back off here, but Malphite goes back in, and Jax pops back out. I'm trying to get out of here now. That was a pretty sloppy engage, unfortunately, but we're able to pick up the Kha'Zix at least. And yeah, we just don't have enough damage yet. Even with the cannon ult, we unfortunately just don't have enough damage to do anything. And looking at the items, I just got my Black Cleaver, so I actually hadn't shopped yet. The Kha'Zix actually already had their first item, and so did the Vex, so they had way larger power spikes than I did at the time. But that is something else to keep an eye on that a lot of people actually like let slip out of their heads, but like being able to shop before like fights like that is huge, especially in the early game, because if you've just been clearing camps, you hadn't shopped a single time, and the enemy jungler has, they're going to be way stronger than you most likely. So unfortunately our mid lane goes down again, and they've already died 4 times 5 minutes into the game, so not looking good for mid, and mid turret's about to go down. That's what I was worried about. So now I'm trying to see if I can catch somebody on a rotate somewhere, but I see the Lux going down towards Herald's side. We don't really have enough to like do drag, so I wait for the Vex flash and then able to pick him up there. Notice how a key thing when I went for that engage is I didn't engage straight away with my third ability. And the reason for that is because thinking about a Vex kit, one, they have flash. So if I just third ability onto him right away, they would have just flashed away and then have no other way of getting onto him. So that's one reason. And two, Vex has that perk thing where they could fear you. So if I use my third ability to engage, they fear me and then just run away. Well, shoot, it's going to be hard for me to get back onto him. So that's why I held my third ability until either I got feared or they flashed away, and then I used it to gap close. So now, we're all kind of grouping at this dragon. Maybe can look for this fight over here. We got a 5v5 going. Have my ult up. Lux gets a pretty decent ult. I'm already half health. Cannon ult, unfortunately, does like no damage to Jax. Jax is a pretty beefy person, but I'm just focusing on getting this dragon. I get this, and now just clearing up a ward or two. Lucian's in pretty deep, trying to make sure he doesn't get caught out too far. Now, this Kha'Zix is pretty low, so I'm looking to see if maybe we can get this Kha'Zix. He ults, and he's able to get out of there. He's going back towards his team. I don't know what my team was doing up there, but fortunately, they get a bit caught out, and our mid and ADC go down. I see the Vex ult come in, and now the question is, does he go for this or not? I still have everything up, so I go in, able to get a good combo in, and then able to pick up this Ezreal also, and now super low, try and grab these berries and defend the turret, seeing if we could salvage this, and thankfully we are. So it ended up being an alright trade. I ended up getting a couple kills in, we got the dragon, but our mid and ADC unfortunately went down and fell a bit further behind. The mid gap is pretty bad right now, it's 3,000 gold. The Vex has 2 full items compared to our Kennen only has 1, so we really are kind of lacking on damage right now is kind of the issue, and Lucian needs some items to like actually deal damage to somebody like Jax, and fortunately our mid goes down again, and now I gotta keep on covering for this mid turret because I'm trying to defend first turret at least. There's the Vex. You can see he's able to get the fear off, but I see Kha'Zix is around. I have my ult, and we trade 1 for 1 there. Not the worst of trades, could be better, could be worse, I guess. I think I got a shutdown onto Vex. I don't know. Vex had a lot of kills, so probably got some shutdown gold. He probably got some off of me, though, too, so fair trade, I guess. We both got kills, but now just waiting to respawn, and now the main goal of this game at this point, the main thing to keep an eye on is don't let it snowball out of control, because with champs like Vex, Kha'Zix, Jax, if you keep on feeding them in this mid game, you're not going to be able to kill them at all. Because these are some tough champs to kill, especially like for me, like I can't really kill Jax that well as the main one because he of course can just use his like counter ability and then I can't deal very much damage to him. He has crowd control. As we saw in that first skirmish, bit of an issue. You can see our cannon just gets absolutely deleted. And now there's no fighting this right now without, we don't really have any range or anything. Plus they got 4 people here, so they dropped the Herald. Looks like they're going to keep on trying to push, and I'm going to try and defend the second turret if I can. They still have 4 here, so they're just pushing this. I unfortunately get rooted, and they just 4-man dive me underneath turret. Get the turret too. They got that second tier turret. I thought I could save that, but should have just given that up, I guess. But I was not expecting the 4-man dive. We unfortunately don't even get this top turret here. They kind of have to back off because they're probably rotating along the river. So that's a bit unfortunate, but again, as long as we keep on like trading kills and stalling it towards late game, there's the Kazakhs. Thankfully, we're able to get a really good chain combo there with the crowd control, and Malphite is running down this Kazakh. He's able to get the auto over the wall, pick up the kill over there, so able to at least get the Kazakhs. Our mid unfortunately goes down though, and I'm back to farming up camps, just trying to survive, and this Jax is just pushing this bot side. Malphite's going to match him, but I see they're probably going to get greedy for this turret, so I'll sprint out there, just flash for that. Able to pick up both of them there. And my main goal was to kill the Ezreal really quickly because I needed to kill the Ezreal before they got their like blink ability back up, because if they did, that could have been a problem. So now I'm able to finish off this top turret here. I know they're probably on Herald, but it's probably not even like fightable if they are, because we only got 3 people up. So now I'm resetting. Keep an eye on this Herald. Look and see. They actually haven't even started it up, so I'm pinging the Lucian. Definitely needs to come this way if we're going to fight for this, but got to be a bit careful. Our cannon, bit caught out. Looks like he's getting bursted a bit, unfortunately, and now our ADC just dives right on into the Vex. Thankfully, Malphite's able to save him and trying to get this Lux over here. I'm able to ult Jax off and pick up the Lux, but now let's see if we're able to get anything. And this Kha'Zix does a really good job of sneaking up on the back. I actually don't even see this until a bit too late. I go down there. Kha'Zix is still back there, and unfortunately we just get collapsed on. Yeah, we really didn't not get... Our mid wasn't even able to do very much there because they got super low at the very start, and our ADC too kind of had to recall because Kha'Zix almost... Or not Kha'Zix, Vex pretty much killed him all the way down, so that's a bit unfortunate. They get the Herald, but again, at least we're trading like decent amount of kills in return, so it's good that we're not letting it spiral out of control. Still a somewhat close game, but yeah, but if y'all are enjoying this, make sure to like and subscribe if y'all want to see more content, because trust me, I got plenty of content. I can show y'all after this match, but I have so many matches in my match history that I can show you, and that's the reason why like these matches aren't recorded live, is because I'm playing a lot of matches because I just started playing again because I finally got some time again to play. So I've been playing a lot, and I can't record every single match because like I've played so many that I don't have enough storage on my phone. But Lux just kind of burns everything on me, which is fine, I guess, if they want to burn their ult on me. So now I'm trying to get this Vex over here. They have stasis, they flash out, and I just see this dragon get low, so I just decide to secure it. Able to pick up the Vex, but now this Jax is just pushing this bot side, and I'm trying to go back, defend against that Jax. But unfortunately, that Kha'Zix burst is really dirty. That was maybe a bit of a risky recall, but I was trying to save the inhib. That was a bit unfortunate that we still lost the inhib anyways. But this Jax, being a bit of a nuisance to deal with, as Jax players always are, unfortunately. But yep, so I was able to like push up pretty far in the span of like less than a week. Like I think like when I started off, I decayed all the way down to like plat, so like I was at like plat 3 or something, but I'm up to diamond 2. Hopefully can get to masters in the next couple of days, and then hopefully grand masters too. But I have plenty of matches, especially, what do I have? Wukong, Xin Zhao, Eve, who else? Jarvan. I want to try and play Kayn sometime soon. That is a champ I want to play. I've been thinking about AP Gragas too, but the main thing that I have against like AP Gragas is just the early game is so weak. Like, in this tier, people are always fighting, and like and Diamond especially, like, it's just like ARAM, but with the map, you just run down a lane and try and kill whoever you can, but able to chain crowd control the Jax, which is good. That's probably the best way to deny him, is just knocking him up, stunning. But now I see this Ezreal a bit caught out. Actually, I might be the one a bit caught out. I have to flash out of that. The Lux was hidden back there. Could not see, did not have good wording of the area, but now just farming back up these camps. Thankfully, I live. And yep, looking at the scoreboard, we're slowly starting to catch back up. We're getting some more kills, but our mid, the gap is only 2,000 now, so not too bad. I'm actually ahead in jungle now, and then ADC is relatively even, and solo lane is relatively even too, so not looking too bad. Just gotta get a good Kennen ult in or something. I don't know what the Seraphine's up to. I don't know. Oh, that Kha'Zix. I don't know what that Kha'Zix is doing, actually. They kind of trolled that. Oh, they still got out of that, I think. Oh, wait, actually, our team's trolling that. No! There goes our ADC and support. Oh, they just got baited so hard. Yeah, Seraphine kind of whiffed their ult there. Oh, thankfully Malphite's able to get a good ult. Clean that up. Oh, there's Kennen ult. And finally, look at that damage from Kennen. Like, once you get a few items on Kennen, and there's the Vex ult. Notice what I do. I take the Vex away from my team. Like, I did not want him to, like, kill Kennen or anything, so I kind of took him my own way, because I knew Vex doesn't have enough damage to, like, one burst me. It'd take a bit more than that, so able to pick him up there. And now starting to look pretty good. Going to clear this bot wave over here. This wave gonna keep on pushing in. So yeah, as I was saying, like Gragas is like, his early game is just super weak, and you gotta wait till you get like 2-3 items before you actually like deal a like noticeable amount of damage. So that's like my biggest thing against Gragas. But a champ that I do want to play is like Kayn sometime soon. That is a champ that I want to try out, and unfortunately looks like ADC and support go down again, so not the best, but gotta keep an eye on the Baron. They might be going for Baron sometime soon, but I don't even know how much we could do against that. So they engage onto me. I'm kind of kiting back. I see the Malphite. I re-engage, able to follow up on his ult, and we're just kiting back, playing with the turret. And let's see, looks like we're able to get one kill there. Trying to see if I can get a re-engage here, but I'm way too low. Don't want to get my Guardian Angel popped yet. This would be a kind of useless fight to get my GA popped in, because, I mean, it's not a big Baron fight or anything. It's just like one pick. So not going to do very much, but Kennen trying to clear up these waves. Slowly catching back up, but now I have most of my core items. I have my Black Cleaver, Divine Sunder, GA, and Sterix, and now I believe I'm building Frozen Heart or Random. Probably Frozen Heart, I think. Mostly for Jax. That Jax has kind of been melting me. But now I'm keeping an eye over here. Oh, looks like our Kennen goes down. And now we kind of have to kite back, play back underneath turrets, see if we can get a good pick. I'm just clearing camps. Gonna keep on farming. That's something to like really keep an eye on. Unfortunately, I get rooted, but there's a good Malphite ult. I'm able to follow up on that, and we get some good damage there. And now, playing around my ult, able to get a re-engage onto Ezreal. I see Kha'Zix there, and I run back towards my team so I don't get isolated anymore, because that way Kha'Zix can't get isolation damage on me. So, as long as you stick together against Kha'Zix, pretty good. But now this Jax trying to go for another inhib, and that'd be pretty huge for them if they get a second inhib, because one inhib you can kind of deal with if you lost that, but once you lose 2 inhibs, it starts to get pretty hard. And then 3 inhibs, damn near impossible to come back from. So now, Lucian's starting to solo this. I'm like, I don't know where Kha'Zix is. So there he is. There's Lux, jumps right into the pit, but I show up at just the right time, and this Lux kind of messed up jumping into there now. I try to focus this Kha'Zix, because Kha'Zix actually has a better smite than me. Kha'Zix can first ability in smite, so that's a pretty good smite against objectives, and it can probably out-secure me, so I just force him out first before we get that dragon low enough. And now we finally get their first tier mid turret. It's been long enough. Took us a good minute to get this, 18 minutes to get the first tier mid turret. So now, gonna be looking for their jungle, looking for River Scuttle. That's a huge thing with Baron up now. That would have been nice if we could have gotten that, but I'm picking this Lucian. Gotta watch out, because literally anybody on the enemy team can kill this Lucian. Like, there's a difference if I'm up there, because, like, I'm not going to get one bursted by Kha'Zix or Vex or anybody, but Lucian, pretty much anybody can kill him in a 1v1 right now, so able to reset. I actually get Locket for my team. That's the thing that I actually finished that before my Frozen Heart, because I'm just trying to keep my team alive so they can dish out a bit of damage, because I can, like, me and Malphite can only dish out so much damage. We need ADC and we need mid damage. So I see the Vex ult come in. That's a good flash from Lucian actually to get out. They're able to survive that, which is pretty huge. So able to pick that up. And now looking to see where this Kennen is running off to. Keeping an eye out for anybody above us. I think Jax is up there, but there's a good Malphite ult. Fortunately, Seraphine misses, but I'm able to get a good re-engage. And able to pick up a kill over there. And now we get a good ward over there to see Kha'Zix, so don't have to worry about him sneaking up. Oh, actually, oh my gosh, he just one burst. And now I'm trying to defend this Kennen if I can. I lock it. Thankfully able to save him with the locket. Oh, actually, yes, able to save him with the locket. And now trying to get onto this Ezreal. Get the knock up there. Ezreal still has stasis, but should be able to track this down. So pick up the Ezreal, and now unfortunately can't catch up to the Jax. So now push in the second tier mid turret, and I can looking for a re-engage onto this Kha'Zix if they step up again. A really good thing to do is if you use your first ability and you get 2 auto attacks, before you get your third one with the knock-up, if you just look for a third ability into like the knock-up, you can catch a lot of people off guard whenever pushing turrets if you're looking to turret dive. So there's a Kha'Zix, and notice that what I did there again. Notice how I didn't engage onto him with my third ability right away, because I knew Kha'Zix has a jump ability, they have an ultimate, they might flash, so I wait for them to use that like gap closing ability first before I use my third ability to like dash onto him. So now I'm able to chase him down. Maybe a bit of an overkill onto that, but I did not mess with that mess with that Lux, so I just ran back to the turret. I said screw it. But now Elder Dragon is up. We killed their jungler, so resetting, and then I kind of want to go for this because we got a 4v4 angle. Their Ezreal's about to be back up, but I honestly think their Kha'Zix is probably worth more than our Lucian, so I'm like, if we got a chance of doing this, I think now is the move. So Lux gets an ult, helps us take down this Elder Dragon. They know we're doing it. Ooh, this Kennen's starting to deal out some damage, and ooh, look at that Kennen burst. Finally, Kennen's able to come online once they get some items. Now, I'm focused on just killing this before Kha'Zix gets back, because I know I could just smite this and get this. Unfortunately, our Seraphine gets caught out. Able to get that. Malphite gets a good ult, and now I'm tracking down the Lux over here. And notice the key thing in this match is I'm really prioritizing who I want to chase down. I'm not really like wasting my time chasing down Jax or something. I'll knock up Jax, but I know I'm not going to be dishing out the most damage against Jax, because he can block off a lot of my damage and he's just hard to kill. But somebody like Ezreal, somebody like Lux, those are targets that I want to be killing. So now I see this Kha'Zix here. He's trying to get away. And notice how I keep on holding my third ability until they get further away. And then I use it to gap close. So I'm looking for an engage onto this. And again, able to pick him up with a good snipe with my second ability. And now able to get this turret over here. And now going to keep on pushing. Seeing if maybe we can get an inhib over here. It's only their Vex up, so I could turret dive this Vex if they do show up. I just smite a minion to help. There's the Ezreal. Let's see if I can finish this off, but 2 of them there. Oh, actually, we just say screw it. Go ahead and turret dive that. I have Locket, so able to negate a lot of the burst damage from him, and able to re-engage. And me and Malphite are kind of carrying this match over here, thankfully. I'm almost at 20 kills. I'm 1 away. And notice what I was saying. I'm trying to look for it, the 2 auto attacks with the first ability, and then looking for the knock-up. I think we're going to see it here. I get 2 auto attacks, and then dash, knock-up, second ability, and just 1 burst him. But that's a good match. Me and Malphite played super well, and thankfully our team we were able to play patient enough to where we didn't get snowballed in the mid game while our carries got caught back up. But that was a good match. Very nice. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, comment down below, And I guess I told y'all I'll show you all my battle log. Yeah, yesterday night was not the best night. Took 2 L's, unfortunately. But as you can see, a lot of Xin Zhao, a lot of Eve matches, a lot of 20-kill Eve matches. A lot of Xin Zhao. Some unfortunate losses, 20-6. That's an L, 17-8. Not the best, but some fun matches in here. 28 kills, 13-2 loss, 26. Yeah. As you can see, I have a lot of fun gameplay for y'all, and that's why I can't record all of them live, because there's just so many. Like, I don't know... I don't know what y'all want to see, but I had a small unfortunate I'm gonna call this bad luck. 10-1, 16-7. That's a bad luck streak, but that's loser's queue. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.